Good morning. This is our last day in Mallorca, and I wanted to share some tips from our experience at the end of this trip. Okay, rapid fire Mallorca tips. 1, you can pretty much pay for anything everywhere with card, even like the little bodega across from your hotel. I've been using my American Express everywhere. I've been using my Capital One everywhere. American cards definitely do work here. So we are driving through the hillsides of this island, and behind us is a gorgeous, gorgeous village. We're here at sunset right now. So I would definitely recommend that you rent a car so you can also visit all of these little cities. We've seen a lot of people trying to use the buses, and it's really not that reliable. We've literally driven past them and then driven back after a visit, and they're still at the bus stop. So rent a car, don't be afraid. And keep in mind that these cities, they're quite small, so there's not too much to do other than like eat, shop, and Instagram. So have a day where you visit all of them on the never eat shredded wheat, the west side of the island, and enjoy. Tip number 3, Mallorca is not as cheap as I thought it was going to be. It was false advertising on YouTube. Maybe in Magaluf, aka Shagaluf, you can find some like cheap rooms for $50 or like drinks for like $7. But overwhelmingly, we were paying like 10 to 15 euro per drink. So definitely not the cheapest holiday destination that you can find in Europe, but well worth coming. Also, you can always find a good deal. But do you want to be with the type of patrons who are looking for that deal? I think not. According to our local hosts and like the friends that we've made while we're here, the really unbearable months here in Mallorca are July and August. Partly because of the heat, but also partly because there are just so many tourists here. So it's going to be more expensive, it's going to be hotter, it's going to be harder to find things to do. So keep that in mind. Do not waste your time with Megapark or Ballermann. No, I fucked that up. Okay. So Megapark is something that like the Germans are particularly fond of. It's kind of a kitschy super club where people like to sing and dance to like really kitschy German music, which is fine. This island is so beautiful. You should definitely take advantage of all the different amenities, all the different beaches, the town, etc. You did not just travel across Europe to go do more things of your own country in a foreign country. When you're thinking about where you want to be in Mallorca, the island is broken up into different areas for different types of travelers, ages, etc. So I keep saying this because I lived in the UK for 6 years, so it's burnt into my brain. But Magaluf, aka Shagaluf, is the place for young partiers. Like, this is where you can find the cheap hostels, the cheap hotels, the cheap drinks, the all-night clubbing. I am in my 30s. I don't want to be there. Please don't take me. I went anyway because I needed to show my niece exactly what Magaluf was all about. But the average age was 19 on a bad night. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about where you want to book. We're in the southern part of the island, so south of Palma, but north of Magaluf. At our hotel, there's lots of like older folks, couples, several wedding parties, 2 cute girls in a car. And so this is a much more relaxing environment, and I would be very comfortable here with my husband, with my family, etc. If you're going to stay in the north of the island, you better be an adventure person. You probably ride a bicycle up and down a mountain and have skin-tight clothing, because that's the only type of person that we saw. What are these cyclists called? Cyclists. If you're a cyclist, this is your wet dream. This is your mecca. We could not stop seeing these cyclists riding up the hill, riding down the hill. So if that's a bit of you, go to the north of the island. My niece's friends all recommended the Never Eat Shredded Wheat west side of the island if you are a family or if you are a pensioner. These are more like small towns. They're really calm. They're on the beach side. You can read your book and be in bed by 8. totally fine and acceptable and encouraged. I hope these tips helped with your next trip to Mallorca.
Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.